you go back to tell them what you think they want to hear. So without further ado, I want to turn this over to Diane Hochman and just teach us what you know.
Thank you, Ken. I know nothing. Don't you know that by now? Hey guys, welcome everybody to Online Networkers Paradise. That was the incredible Kenny Varilek, who is his wife says, what do McDonald's napkins and Diane Hochman have in common tonight? And the answer was, it's free. So after you get done, do a McDonald's run and pick up some free napkins. And while you're at it, steal some ketchup packages. They're always good to have in the house. And I am also on the line here with the beautiful, the scintillating, the fabulous, and the only woman that I don't have to pay to laugh at my jokes after all these years, Kathy Heath. Hello, Kathy.
Hey, Diane. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, and surprise, welcome to this side. I don't know. I had a gal that was coming, and unfortunately she's not feeling good. Nina, we love you. I know you're not feeling good, so she didn't jump on the line, and then I felt unnumbered by the good-looking men, so I had to bring a girl over to, you know, hang with me.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Besides, you need somebody to laugh at your jokes.
I know. Well, I'm trying to train Anil, and it's not working that good. Everybody, Anil Gunjal's on the line. Anil, how you doing? Hey.
How's everyone? Great to be here. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Anil. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You know what, Anil? Do me a favor. I'm gonna ask you to do this because I know you know the vision. We've spent a lot of time on the phone together. We spent a lot of time plotting and planning and all kinds of other stuff. Could you tell everybody what is the vision? Why are we doing Online Networkers Paradise? What is the idea behind this? Why is it open to the public? Why do we let anybody come instead of keeping it secret for our team? Why do we do it? What's the vision?
The reason, the vision is that, you know, there's this whole online world and then there's the network marketers world. And there's a lot of techniques and a lot of basics that people in network marketing don't do that can really, really enhance and just bust out their business. So what we want to do is provide value and help people on doing these basic tasks like building lists, building a warm market, so they can just totally take their network marketing business to a new level.
Exactly. Online Networkers Paradise, guys, is designed for network marketers that want to use the internet to build their business. And it's really important that you understand the difference between internet marketing and network marketing, and then you learn which side of the it always does this thing. I don't like this thing. It makes the funny noise and whatever. But you understand the difference between the two models. They're both awesome. They're both off the hook. They're both wonderful. They both can provide you with wonderful income. I use both models. But I did learn one first, then I learned the other, and then truthfully I've circled back around because I started to understand some things about the network marketing model that I didn't understand my first run. So when I started talking to people, and I train a lot across the industry, and I've been doing it for many years. I've spoken at a lot of the big events. Just found out, this is secret, I shouldn't tell, but I just got invited to speak at another big industry event. I won't name which one it is, but it's coming. We can't put that out in public just yet. But, you know, I've spoken on the stages with, you know, all the top marketers and been, you know, guests on so many. I mean, I've worked with Magnetic and MLSP and, you know, and Elite Marketing Pro, and I've done webinars with, you know, Mark Hover. So I can sit and drop names and sound real important. Great. But what I find is that a lot of the people that are in the space don't understand the difference. And so what they do is they get really confused while they're trying to build their business. So we decided to create a place specifically for network marketers. And everything that we teach on Monday nights on this, and we'll do a series. I don't know how long we'll go. We'll go for a while. We'll see, maybe like 12 weeks or something, until I get tired or until you guys get tired. And hopefully, if I have my way, we're going to be spotlighting a lot of great up-and-coming trainers. And that's what I'm excited, you know, bringing up people and bringing up new leadership in the space. But we're going to be teaching techniques that are simple, that are duplicatable, that will keep you in compliance. Any of you guys see that out there, that people get in trouble because they do the wrong thing on the internet, or a lot of people are afraid of that? You guys hear that around? People are afraid to use the internet because they're afraid they'll get in trouble with their company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of companies flat out forbid their people to put stuff out on the internet.
Well, not the way I'm going to teach you all. You can do all kinds
I
of
know
things on
that.
the
I
internet.
know that.
And not the way that we do this. But everything here that we do is going to be super simple. Okay, there is absolutely nothing here that's going to be complicated. So if you want to just back it up a little bit and build your business in some fun, simple ways, that's what we're going to be covering. Not the fancy dancy, high tech, all that type of stuff. And it's great, and I can tell you where to go find out about that, but that's not what we're doing on Monday nights. Everything here is duplicatable. We are working to the lowest common denominator. That sounds negative, but the common denominator, meaning everything here is something that everybody can do. There is nobody that can't do what I teach on these calls. Okay, now you can go to another call or another webinar, and they're going to show you a lot of things that people may struggle with or can't do or get confused with. But if you are confused or can't do one of these things, I don't know, you got a problem, okay, because they're very, very simple, very duplicatable. They will not get you in trouble with your company. Now, always make sure if you're working in network marketing, you read your policies and procedures. Know what the rules are, okay? When you open a business, you have to know what the zoning is, and you have to know what the rules are in your town, and you have to know, are you allowed to put a sign out on the street, or you're not allowed to. Some ordinances, you can't even have a certain kind of sign on the front of your building. So you really have to know the policies and procedures of your company, but we'll be showing you things that you can do that do not violate anything. They should be in compliance. And then the lab, but I'm not claiming responsibility, so always check with your program, read those policies. Most people I meet that are in business, they have no idea what the policies are. So then they're always shocked when they have a problem. And then the last thing is that they are fun. Okay, super fun. Everything that we're doing here is fun. So what I want you guys to understand, and you guys might want to, take a note. I didn't even get a chance. I know Ken was shouting out and seeing who was on tonight. I know we have great auntie Tracy Housel, who today for the second time is getting big recognition. She just had her first great niece, which is pretty exciting. That's cool. And I'm just jotting through a lot of incredible people here, a lot of team members, a lot of people from around the neck. Kathy, look under the ends. Look under the ends. We have a special guest.
Oh, wow.
So, guys, network marketing, you might want to write this down. Okay, not internet marketing, but network marketing. If you, first of all, everybody raise your hand in the webinar room if you are building a network marketing company. Raise your hand. And I'll just wait for it. I need this. Anybody else? I got like 2 people, 3 people. Okay, here they come. Here they come. Raise your hand. If you're not building a network marketing company, I don't know why you're here other than you heard Kenny V was going to be on, and I can't blame you for coming around, because
I got a question, Diane.
What do you want, Kathy?
Do we have to behave because of the ends that are here?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay, good.
Absolutely not. This is our
right.
show. We always have a good time. So for those of you that came because you heard Kenny V was here, I know that was Vanessa, Karina, a couple other people, I think Neil's around. So there's a bunch of people that came because they heard Ken was here. But for the rest of you, how many of you are building a network marketing company? I'm not seeing everybody raise their hands, so I'm wondering, what's up? You just like us? You like our humor? What's up?
There they go. Now they're catching up. Now they're catching up.
Now they're coming on. Yep.
All right. Yeah, there they go. There they go. They're like raising their hand. Okay.
We woke them up now. Good.
Okay. And Ken, watch them in the chat and make sure they behave. Keep an eye on these kids.
I am. They're borderline, but it's okay.
Big Kenny V is gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So write this down. Network marketing, and we can argue this, and we can have discussions. Guys, I've been doing this for 15 years. Real quick, I started in network marketing in 1999. Okay, I was really broke. I had 2 little kids. I had left my job, because I wanted to be home with my kids when I was pregnant with my second daughter. But I kept spending like I was still in my job. So I basically ran our family broke. Yes, I take full responsibility. I ran the Hochman family broke until things were really bad. And so I had to figure a way out. And so I joined traditional network marketing. And I did that for 6 years. And I did very well. Guys, and my claim to fame is that for almost 15 years, I'm not quite there yet, but coming up on it, I have never had a month in my business that I have not turned a profit. Now, some of those months, it was by the skin of my teeth. It might have been $10. But I would not let the last day of the month come. I would not let the sun down. I would not put my head on the pillow unless I turned a profit. And that's a topic for another day that we can discuss about how to make sure that everything you do is profitable. because I see an awful lot of people that are doing the opposite. Anybody out there seen some people losing some money? A lot.
Oh,
So
The
that's
answer
not
is a lot.
Yeah, so that's not what this is all about, guys. So I learned early on in my career that network marketing is a warm market business. Write it down. Warm market. People you know. Now, a lot of folks, including me, didn't want to go and run around and bug everybody I knew and try to get presentations with Aunt Tilly and Aunt Sally and second cousin Schmo and and all that. I mean, like like Tracy's new great niece would be a prospect on my list. Well, it'll only take her 18 years. I'll put her on the list. We'll put her further down. So a lot of people didn't want to do that. And I understand that because there's a learning curve to learning how to talk to people, etc. But it doesn't change the fact that network marketing is, always will be, forever shall be, until the end, amen, a warm market business. So when we decide that we want to build a network marketing business, but we'd like to do that by talking to strangers, well, have people done it? Yes. In fact, we have one person on the phone, on the line tonight who was supposed to be with us, who has done it, and they've recruited lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people in the cold market. And can you do that? You can, and you absolutely can. But let's just say it's hard work. It is dialing. You ever hear people talking about, how many dials they made today? You ever hear that, or have you guys ever done that? You ever call leads?
sales blitz.
Yeah, the blitz.
Dollars to dollars.
Yeah. So you buy leads and so on and so forth, or maybe you go and walk around and talk to strangers in the mall and try to have conversations with them, or in the supermarket or wherever in the ladies department, Kathy. Long story.
Yeah.
Or maybe you've decided that you're going to run ads so that you can talk. And ever try to run ads and talk to your cold market?
I think I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You can do all of those things, but here's the thing. People only sign up in network marketing with people they know, like, and trust. So even if you do use cold market tactics, and there's nothing wrong with them. There's lots of great trainers out there. I can refer you to wonderful trainers. One in particular I have in mind that teaches people how to recruit professionals, like literally out of the phone book. There's all kinds of great techniques. But here's the thing. If you're going to try to recruit cold market, guess what you have to do? You got to warm them up. You got to get them to be warm market. It's very, very, very rare to be able to call someone up cold, start talking to them, and boom, sign them up. Okay? And even if you do, the chances of them sticking is very, very low. No, I don't have statistics, and I know I could probably go research it and find out somewhere with one of the organizations, but it's really an uphill battle. I mean, really, really, really an uphill battle if you go cold market. So in 2005, 2006, when I first started heavily using the internet, I was using the internet before that. I was using autoresponders. I was using a lot of different tools. And by the way, there was a time period where it wasn't that hard because everybody was getting like 3 emails a day. Kathy, remember when they would go, "You've got mail"?
Oh, I do.
Right?
I do.
It was so exciting. I've got mail.
Such a big deal.
Now it's like,
Woo!
darn it, I got more mail. I got mail. I got spam mail. I mean, I log in the morning and there's like 300 emails just from like when I went to bed for me to sort through. So it's, back in the day when it was "You've got mail," there was like 1 sales letter, 2 sales letters. So the guys that figured out how to do that, they capitalized and they did score for a while. But it's 2014 and everything old is new again. And so when I got online, I'll admit that at the beginning I was doing a lot of cool stuff. Now, Anil, you know what an SEO expert I am, right? I'm a total and complete. I am not, for those of you that might be new or not really as internet savvy, that stands for search engine optimization. It's a technique that you can use, or different set of techniques that you can use to get your videos and sites listed on the internet and the top of Google. Now, would it surprise you, Anil, to know that there was a time period where I had 8 out of 10 listings for the term social media? I had 10 out of 10 listings for social media training. I was listed on the front page under every guru in this industry. I was listed on the front page under every book, you know, your first year in network marketing, you know, the greatest networker in the world. Every book, every CD series, every guru, every company. I owned the network marketing niche.
I'm
True.
not surprised because the other day you told me about someone's name and I Googled them and your website, your old 1997 website popped up.
Really? See, so I still own one
Yeah.
spot. I feel good. I feel
Yeah.
that there is some trace of my my
Yeah.
back in the day efforts. I used to rule the school. That's how I got pretty well known back in the day. There's only one problem. A lot of that stuff, it was very simple then. If you knew what a keyword was and you knew how to type it, see, because nobody knew how to do it. So I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to make a video, and then I would just, you know, load it up with some really obvious keywords. You didn't have to do research. You just put, you know, like, you know, you'd put Dexter Yeager, you know, the king of network marketing. You put Dexter Yeager, and you'd just put that as the title, True Dexter Yeager Stories, or Why I Love Dexter Yeager, and you'd be like number 2, number 1 on Google under Dexter Yeager. It was incredible. It was so easy. But times changed, the internet changed, the Google slap came, the YouTube slap came, the slap my tushy came. You know, see, I told you she laughs every time. She's heard it 1,000 times. And so everything changed. And I probably could have learned it, guys. You know, I probably could have. In fact, I know I could have. But I didn't. And the reason why is because I started to have a full understanding after about 10 years in the industry that the list of people that I had met, and this is, by the way, I'm going to give everybody the secret, how I win all the affiliate contests, how I always place at the top. I was, you know, a big event last fall. I won a $10,000 big check on the stage, the whole big, you know, picture thing. Yeah, let's put that up just for fun. I'll find it. You know, all that stuff. This is how I win the contest. And I'm going to be completely transparent because all of you could become the top recruiter if you wanted. All of you could go out and do, you know, do everything you want. I mean, it's really not that hard. I probably shouldn't show you guys as I scroll through my pictures, but hey, what the heck? Okay, here's the deal.
It's the age of transparency, Diane.
Well, I don't know. Either that or I'm just not smart enough to figure it out. You guys can see all these different things. Maybe we won't find it. But anyway, I have a big picture of me sitting there with a big check, one of those big checks, you know. So anyway, here's the secret. Are you guys ready? I think I said it already once, but I'm going to say it again. Network marketing is a warm market business.
Yep.
So all I've done all these years, and the reason why I abandoned SEO and keyword research, and again, I'm not saying you should, but if you are a network marketer, you might want to listen. If you're an internet marketer, there's another cool training going on, no doubt, probably in an hour. There's definitely one on Wednesday. They're all over the place. You know, message the person who invited you here and see if they know where to refer you to. But I spent my time building my circle of influence, my warm market, to be massive. And it's so stinking easy. It's not even funny. Because in the past, let's say we wanted to meet some new people. We could go out, we could go to the chamber meeting, or we could go to some type of mixer, or we could go to Toastmasters, or all the things that we've been told to do. But you see, you'd have to ask people a lot of questions and make small talk to start to figure out who they were, and maybe you could get their business card, and then you could call them, but then it was kind of awkward and all that stuff. But on the internet, and I have to admit I first learned this using instant messengers years ago. On the internet, everybody is wearing a big fat sign that tells you everything about them. What did she say? If you go on Facebook, if you go on YouTube, if you go on Twitter, if you go on LinkedIn, if you go on pretty much any social media site under the sun, people tell you everything about them you need to know so that you can have fun and simple conversations with them so that you can start to form a relationship. Now, this is what warm market is about, guys. In your real life, not in your business life, but in your real life, you have lots of people you know. You have people that you went to school with. You have people that you know from town. You know the people that the parents of your kids' kids. There's just people all over the place that you've met. Now, when you met them, you had normal and simple conversations. Okay? You did not try to get them. You did not try to sign them up. You did not try to get them on an email list. You did not try to capture their phone number and email immediately. You didn't try to do any of that. All you did was you had a nice conversation. You went to the ball game. You sat next to somebody. I'm Johnny's mom. You're Ricky's mom. Oh, great. Oh my gosh, Ricky likes peanut butter and jelly. Oh no, Bobby's allergic. You'd have conversations. Does that sound familiar to all you? I mean, and you got little kids. You ever go to their school? You went to the father-daughter dance recently.
Absolutely.
And did you meet any other dads at the father-daughter dance?
Yep, I met 2 or 3 of them. We talked on what you do and got to know each other, and let's do a play date with the kids and small talk.
Small talk, right? And you talked about getting the kids together or getting together, or you found out that you both like to play cards, or you both like to go fishing or alligator hunting or whatever it is you people do in Florida. I don't think you live south enough to have those. Do you? Do you have alligators in Orlando area?
Oh, yeah. I had a big alligator problem in front of my house.
Big alligator problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you just, you talk about your alligators. You talk about whatever it is that you talk about wherever you live. You Canadians talk about your polar bears. I know we have a couple of Australians on the line. I saw Brooke and some others. You talk about your kangaroos. Whatever you guys talk about. You have a normal, simple, plain conversation. Now imagine if everybody you met was wearing a sign on their back that told you what they liked, and you knew what they liked before you started the conversation. Would they or would they not think you're the most fascinating, incredible person on the face of the earth?
They'd think you're the coolest person.
If you already knew what their favorite movie was, their favorite beer was, what they like to do on Saturday, what their favorite football team is, and a couple other things, and you already knew that, would they or would they not think you were remarkable?
Absolutely.
They go home and they go, oh man, that Kenny V guy, he's the coolest guy I've ever met.
And it's easier to strike up a conversation with them when you know something about them.
And they wouldn't know why they liked Kenny so much. They wouldn't know what it was about him. They would just know that he was cool. Now, this is simple, basic stuff, my friends, and a lot of you guys are going to think, oh, I've heard this before. That's great. Do you have a massive warm market, and can you recruit and make money easily out of your warm market? If the answer is no, you ain't done it yet, Lucy.
Right.
If you already know how to look, let's go spy on someone. Hang on. Ken, you got anything weird on your profile, or can I spy on you?
You can spy on me. I think I'm clean. But what I was going to say is to know and not to do is not to know.
Yep. Let's imagine my good friend Vanessa Duplessis, who we love, introduced me to Ken, which she did recently. So guys, and you guys can do this in the chat or in the Q&A or whatever. Where do they write on this thing, Kathy?
Q&A, hon.
Yeah.
Q&A.
We need to set up a
Q&A.
We need to set up a Online Networkers Paradise page so that they can write on there. It's easier for me. But guys, look at the picture. Look at Ken's page. We haven't even read it. What does Ken like?
I'm transparent.
Fish. And Ken likes...
He likes fish.
He likes big fish. I saw his boat. His boat that scoots around on 2 inches of water all over or whatever. Why is this thing doing this thing? Stop.
Hit the bottom one. Keep Karakolsky.
Ken likes fish. Okay? Now we can go over here. We already know that. Okay? Have a conversation with Ken. Okay? Look at his profile. He lives in Pennsylvania. He's from Iowa. Okay? He's married. You can spy on his wife too, which I don't recommend because that's not nice, but okay? He was born in a very fine year, but he's much older than me. He's already had his 47th birthday, and mine is coming up, I will have you know. But he was born in a very fine year. Okay?
Yes, it was. That's the year I graduated from high school.
Okay. We have Ken's website. Let's spy on Ken's website. We have Ken's address. We can send him ransom letters or something. Okay.
Okay. What about my address? I need to change that.
We can take a look at Ken's website. We can take now. A lot of people think, I don't want to take this long. I just want to make a sale. Guys, do you understand the long-term value of a customer? See, network marketing, you're not looking. Ooh, look at his fancy graphics. You're not looking to make a sale. You're looking to create a consumer. Okay, write that down. In network marketing, I'm not looking to make a sale. I'm looking to create a long-term consumer. Okay, how do you get paid in network marketing? You get paid on creating volume. How do you create volume? Create consumers. No consumers means that you may have a check one month and then there's no check the next month, and it's up and down until it's all the way down. Creating relationships and creating consumers is what you're after. So sometimes in network marketing, my mentor taught me the term to go fast, go slow, and to go slow, go fast. Okay? So if I go and I'm whamma-jamma, 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 and I throw people into a program and I don't work with them to drive depth, which, by the way, another night we're going to talk about pay plans, driving depth, how to know when you really have a leg, how to create stability. Are these topics that anybody's interested in? Guys, shout out to me in the chat and wherever you write in the Q&A. Kathy will take a peek. Let me know, are these things that interest you? Do you have interest in learning how to drive your lines deep? Do you have interest in learning how to create that rock solid stability? Do you have interest in learning how to work your pay plan? Do you have interest in learning those types of strategy? Anybody?
Yeah, we're getting yes, definitely, always. Yes.
So if I can look at somebody, let's say I meet them through somebody else, and I can have all this information. I can look at his pictures. I can find out if he's into sports. I can look at all his fish. I can look at his other little animals he traps or whatever he does. I can find out who his friends are. I can look at all this stuff. I can find out what sports teams he likes. Come on. What's with all these Philadelphia people?
Broad Street Bullies.
I can see that he's, he likes all the good old school rock and roll and all this other stuff. I can find out what movie. Look, he likes Diane Hochman. You're a very smart man. I can just find out about him. How easy is it to have a conversation if I remove the agenda and stop looking at him like he has a dollar sign on his forehead?
Yeah.
Now, our job in this space is to consistently, I didn't mean to do that, on a daily basis, meet people, okay? I like to meet 10 people, and I'm going to have Anil in a couple minutes tell you the story about what happened when he adopted this. I like to meet 10 people, and I like to meet 10 people without an agenda. Now, last week I taught you guys, and if you didn't get the recording or you weren't here, ask the person that invited you for the recording, because I taught you the most stupid, simple way to build a responsive list you will ever hear. Mm-hmm. But it's real simple. As you're meeting someone and you're having a chat or you're getting to know them or you're commenting on their stuff, and this isn't just on Facebook, guys, it's anywhere. You're going to listen to find out whether they might want or if they're in the home business space. Now, I only target people that are in the space. I only look for people that are in the space. I only work through connections. Like if I go like this, and I'm going to take questions at the end, so if you have them, I can go here and I can look and see who Ken and I are friends with, okay? And if he weren't my friend, I still could see who our mutual friends are. So based upon who these people are, I can get a vibe on who he runs with, Brad. Look at that. See, that my natural instinct. See that, Kathy? My natural instinct, Brad. I can't believe you're friends with Brad. I love Brad. My natural instinct is to look and go, who are our mutual you went to that high school. Oh, you grew up in town. I instantly went, you were born in a fine year. I connected with him on the fact that we were both born in 1967. I'm aging myself here. So my ability to interconnect and move through people that are only in the space. Guys, imagine if all you ever did Especially, guys, if you're new here. If the only people you ever talk to, if you already knew they were in a home business or looking for a home business, would that make your life easier? Because cold calling is calling up people randomly. So if you knew that everybody was in a home business or looking for a home business, that would make things easier. Now, what if you knew other people that they knew and you could relate to them based upon that? And what if you knew everything about them because they just put it all over their Facebook for you? Could you have a meaningful conversation and potentially get to the point where you're just chatting about business and somebody says, hey, he says, hey, I'm struggling with this, this, and this. And you're able to say, well, hey, I have a great newsletter. Let me put you on it. It'll help you out. I send out great stuff about home business or great stuff about making money from home. If you actually met 10 people a day, out of the 10 people, about 2 or 3 are ready now to get on your list. The other 7 aren't, but you now have a relationship and you now have activated them to notice the things you're saying. I'm willing to bet, and my GoToWebinar, oh, there it is. Based upon the numbers, those of you that are back here with me, you can see how many people are on the webinar right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all can see, right?
Yep.
I would dare say that there are at least 50 people on here that are spying right now. They didn't converse with anybody. They just happened to see somebody throw up a link, and they came to poke around.
Yep.
They're just spying. They're just kind of being nosy. But you see, you can't get people to get nosy about what you're up to if you haven't met them and expanded your warm market. So let me back up for a minute, and then I'm going to ask Anil a couple questions, and then I'm going to take some Q&A. Expanding your warm market is not recruiting, but it will lead to recruiting. Expanding your warm market is not selling, but it will lead to selling. Expanding your warm market is not closing, but it will lead to closing. Expanding your warm market is not getting a consumer, but it will lead to massive numbers of consumers. Expanding your warm market is not building your list, but it will lead to building your list. And Neil's already made us a group or a page or whatever.
I love him.
So in other words, Anil, you're not paying attention at all.
Oh, I am. Absolutely, I am.
You know what it takes to get an internet guy like Anil to back down and do some of this stuff? Guys, this is the foundation. This is the magic behind every big player in your town, every politician, every great network marketer, and by the way, let me explain something to you because it's going to freak your heads out. A lot of people think that internet marketers don't do this because they're magical internet marketers. They push a button and they get rich. Anybody ever think that? Magical internet marketers, they push a button and they get rich. No, because what happens whenever there's something new going on in the internet world, what do you think they do? Do you think they send an email out or do they call their buddies that have influence first?
They call people with big lists.
They call their buddies that have influence, their friends and people that have influence, and they share what's going on with those people first. Do you know why you get the call first? Why I get the calls first? Because I have a huge market, whether it's a list or it's a warm market or whether it's a way to communicate with massive numbers of people. Those are the people that get the first calls. Those are the people that get the leg up. Those are the people that get in the back door. And it all starts with building this massive market. People have asked me for years, how do I beat huge internet marketers and outperform my conversion on my list with them when my list is much smaller? And the simple answer is, and if you didn't catch the list building last week, go get it. Ask the person that invited you, say pretty please, suck up to them. Because every single person on my list, if I were to hire someone to call every single one of them knows who I am.
Yep.
And so therefore, when I write a letter, when I speak, when I say I'm coming out to do a webinar, I can't sneeze without having a couple hundred people show up. And again, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just a chick that's been building her warm market like clockwork, like my life depended on it. Because what I've discovered in about 2008 was things were starting to come back full circle to me. Why did I go back into network marketing after I had said, I'm not doing this anymore? Because what I realized is that the biggest money sat with the people that knew how to manage large groups of people, and those people that knew how to create duplication and bases of consumers. And I started to look around and I started to go, wait a minute, maybe there is something over there, but maybe I could put my own twist on it. And that's what we do today. We have a whole group in our particular program. It doesn't matter what program you're in. Guys, I love this profession. I'm here to serve this profession. I'm pretty outspoken. People know I don't like a lot of the hype and silliness that goes on. But I really and truly believe that this is the last bastion of entrepreneurialism, the last gateway for the average guy. This is a gateway for, a blue-collar person, a housewife, somebody without, resources, without a lot of money, without a lot of education, somebody that just has drive and desire. So I don't care what program you're in. Find the one that you love. Find the one that has great leadership. But building your warm market, for years, a lot of people have tried to tell people you don't have to do that. And they've said, oh, we're going to sell you something that will do it for you. Guys, it won't do it. Nothing will do it except you. And when you build that warm market, and when you take that warm market and take a percentage of it and get it onto your email list, and you get them onto your Facebook page and so on, and when you start communicating what you're up to with those people, a percentage of them are going to show up and listen, and a percentage of them are going to buy, and a percentage of them are going to stay, and a percentage of them are going to fall in love and never leave you. And it's very, 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 very simple. I can recruit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people with an email. Now, do I know, because that's not good network marketing, doesn't make a lot of sense. Because I want to build a team and I want to build it in depth, and we're going to discover and work on all of that. But my secret, and the secret that I'm encouraging you to take, is that every single day, write this down, every single day I commit to meeting blank number of people, whatever your number is, with no agenda. I will form relations. Now, guys, I'm not saying play footsie all day. You got to do business. You got to run your ads or whatever you're doing. You got to do your marketing. But if you will start today to build that warm market, some magical things will happen. And that's why I want to ask you, Anil, tell everybody the story about when I taught you this, what was going on for you beforehand. I want you to compare before versus after, and then the results you got.
Sure. I'll make it quick. All right. So I joined online internet network marketing, whatever you want to call it, right, 3 years ago. And I was taught, just like you said, go to the mall. And at that time, I had a newborn, and I was told, hey, a newborn is a great way to start a conversation. So I would go to the mall and start striking up conversations. It wasn't working for me, because not everyone in the mall wants to start their own business. So I started online marketing, and I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on ads. At my height, I was getting people in, but it was costing me more in ads than I was taking in. So I had a nice sized team, but I was in the red, so it didn't make sense. So that's when I met Diane, and Diane taught me this whole concept of the warm market, and just to define warm market, right? It's people that know me, I know them. I don't go out and have drinks with them on a daily basis, but they know who I am. So last summer, I joined Diane in a program, and I decided, okay, she knows what she's doing. I've already burnt thousands of dollars. I don't have a team at that time. I think I had like 2 people left on my team, and that's just because they forgot to cancel their membership.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah, it's so true. So, I had no relationship, and so I decided I'm going to listen to Diane because she knows what she's doing. I had met her at an event, and I was, held my chest up high, and I'm like, hey, Diane, I got 10,000 people on my list. And she's like, okay, so she goes, if I called every one of those people, how many of them would personally know you? And I was like, maybe 3. So she's like, you really don't have a list. So I decided I'm going to delete everything I learned. And honestly, what she was teaching was way too simple, right? And here I expected to join this program, and she would give me like a AWeber code for my email follow-up. That's really what I thought I was going to get. But she taught me, like, meet people. Just meet people, create content, and email your list, right? So what did that result in? So the last opportunity that Diane and I are working on, I joined it in mid-January. I have signed up 19 people, right? And I'm doing this all part-time, and I have yet to spend a dime on any marketing or anything. These are people that since last summer that Diane told me to connect with. I contacted them, became friends on Facebook. They kind of followed me, and it was really crazy because as I was talking to these people, one, they were flattered that I was reaching out to them to even join me in an opportunity, and I thought they were going to call me like a spammer and, why are you sending me this or that, and I followed exactly what Diane taught me. So they were flattered that I called them, and most of them asked me for my link before I even continued talking to them. And get this was what blew me away, and I called Diane right after this. They actually said thank you to me. Even the people that said no to me were like, thank you, Anil, for thinking of us. We're just honored that you even thought of calling us. So I went from dumping money into a team that I didn't know. Now I have a team. I know every single person on my team personally. And that's
Not only that you know them, they love you. I mean, they write love letters. Anil's the best leader. We love Anil. I'm feeling kind of bad, Anil, because everybody loves you. They love you. And he is an incredible leader, and he has actually put in some very experienced network marketers, and it's funny, it's in depth. He didn't get them himself, but the one got one, and the next thing you know, Anil has this big burgeoning downline full of people that many of them are very experienced, and he's set up completely to score. Now, the reason why he was, and guys, this is a relevant, we happened to, when I met Anil, he was not working with me. I didn't try to get him. I just met him at an event, and I care about people, so I just kind of gave him some advice. He's a guy with beautiful kids and a family, and I really care about people, so I gave him some advice. And I expanded my circle. I got to know him. I didn't try to get him. I didn't try to recruit him. I didn't try to do anything to him. But over time, he knew that the advice was true, so we gravitated towards one another. And that's what happened with him when he went out and started talking to people about a new opportunity he was involved with. He had this relationship with people, so nobody felt, write this down, nobody feels solicited. Nobody feels scammed or spammed. Nobody is offended by my touching base and asking if they'd like to see what I'm up to. Okay, that's where you want your business to be. You want to be comfortable with meeting people with no agenda. So when the time comes that there's a special promotion at your program, or you're making a run for the next pin rank, when you're all the things that we do in network marketing, can you imagine if you could just pick up the phone or go on Facebook and message people and say, hey, I'm working on a project. I'd like to run it by you. Do you have a few minutes? And have them go, I'd love to. That's the way top networkers work. That's the way. There is no convincing, cajoling, hype. We don't have to do it. And this could be a reality for you too. If you just get business minded and understand that building that circle, building that warm market has to be your priority. I always say this. Let me draw a picture. We're going to draw pictures again.
Uh-oh.
Wait, we got to get rid of these. Oh, look at that one. That was a training. That was last week's training. I haven't even closed this since last week, I don't think. That's pathetic. Let's see. Let's do a new one. New. That's last week, hot, warm, and cold market. And I taught people how to build their list. Again, people are asking, where do I get that training? Get back to the person that invited you here and ask them for the training. If you are one of the people that invited people and you don't know where the training is, ask me and I'll tell you where it is. I gave it to everybody, but just want to make sure y'all know how to share this. Guys, we want to make sure that this goes out to everybody. We want to make sure that you're sharing this with your team. We want to make sure that you know that this is for the industry. This is for people that want to learn about how to use the internet. Because have you figured out that making events on Facebook isn't working? Have you figured out that posting in every group on Facebook and being annoying so that everybody sees the notifications that you just posted in every group on Facebook isn't really working? And I'm not against posting in groups. I'm also not against events. But the bottom line comes down to it's meeting people. So what was I just going to draw a picture of? It was something really good. Do we know? What was I saying, Kath? Do you know?
I don't remember.
What did I say when I said I'm going to draw a picture? I don't remember. Wow, I am getting old, Ken. You're much older than me, but I'm clearly getting old and forgetful. It was something good. It'll come back to me in a second. Why don't we look and see if anybody has a question or a comment or a thought process? Guys, take it from Anil. This puppy works. It is magic. Meeting people and starting to develop your list. Last week we talked about easy list building. This week we're talking about why it's so easy on the internet. It's so much easier on the internet to go out and meet. By the way, right now I'm wearing a shirt because I have to do a team hangout right after this. But I am wearing sweatpants, socks, and if I didn't have to be on camera in a few minutes, I'd be in a ponytail. Guys, I can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can be on Skype with Australia. I can be meeting people on Facebook in the middle of the night, during the middle of the day, on your lunch break, on your 15-minute break. It is so easy to fit into the nooks and crannies. You could do it on your computer. You could do it on your iPad. You can do it on your cell phone. All you have to do is look at people you know, look through the people that they know, take a peek at them, find out what they're all about, and then be able to reach out and say, hey, what you doing or what's going on? Or another great way to do it is get in the middle of a thread where people are having a discussion on Facebook or anywhere. People are talking. Get in the conversation, add something to it, and then shoot someone off a note and say, hey, I loved what you were saying on Kenny V's thread today. Hey, what kind of dog is that? Is that a boxer? I used to have a boxer when I was a kid. No, it's a something bulldog. Oh, really? It's so cute. I love it. Isn't it small for a bulldog? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. The next thing you know, you're friends. The rest is history. And now when you publish it, there's a webinar going on Tuesday night. They show up. It's that easy. I really don't know what I was going to draw.
When you're doing that, Diane,
yeah,
it is so many people I find are like waiting for the moment to pounce.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's not, you got to remove that from your whole mindset because they can even feel that even in what you're typing. You're not there to wait for the moment to pounce. You're there to make a friend and then leave. Say, hey, I'll talk to you again sometime later.
I think that's really important because so many people write these weird things. I wrote something the other day on Facebook. People are teaching people to write these weird things. I was just looking through Search Graph, and I noticed that you are interested in network marketing. So am I. Yeah. We must be kindred spirits. Or all this weird stuff. I could show you all of them. Guys, you got to be normal, okay? You got to be normal. If you walked into a party, and like you got invited to a party, and you walked in and you went, I noticed that you're standing in the kitchen amongst other people that are standing in the kitchen. You must be a kitchen person. I noticed you just came out of the bathroom. Many people have used the bathroom during the party. Did you do number 1 or number 2? It's like, it's too weird, right? It's just too weird. So I'm going to look at all the questions.
You know what? People just forget to be people. Just forget to be people. They start getting all this weird stuff going on, and they forget about the stuff that they normally do, and they start acting all crazy.
It's because people are trying to sell people.
Right.
And networking is not about selling. Networking is about, here, I need to do this. Hang on. Y'all need to see me. And again, a lot of people are like, I heard this before. Okay, first of all, nobody's left this webinar, which is pretty impressive. But people are thinking, I've heard this before. Guys, until you're meeting people every single day and you're starting to get love notes. I remember Anil started sending me the love notes that he was getting. And he was like, this is surreal. When you're meeting people. What was that, Anil?
When I said somebody just asked me for their link, what should I do?
Yeah, I know. He was like, somebody just asked me for my link. I'm like, give it to them.
Just send me a link. Copy and paste.
They want to do business with you, honey. You know? And he's like, well, what do I do? And I'm like, well, why don't you send them a like-minded individual note and see if that helps? You know,
There you go.
They have their credit card out. Take the money. So guys, it's so important that y'all are networking is about meeting people and connecting them to other people that can help them. Okay? That's what we do in business networking. We go to a mixer, a chamber mixer. It's about moving around the room, meeting all the professionals in town and seeing who needs legal services, connect them with Tom the lawyer. Who needs lawn services, connect them with Joe the lawn guy. That's what networking is about. And getting to know other people to find out what they do so you can point people across. Like the other day I met a kid online, not a kid, but a young man. I'm old, so he's a kid. And he was telling me about what he does. Actually, true story, he actually sent me one of those silly letters on Facebook. Okay. And I said something back to him, and he told me he's earning good money on the internet. He's doing internet marketing. And he's earning good money. We started to have a conversation about what he was into and what he was working on, and we started talking copywriting and conversion and all this other stuff, internet stuff. And then he said, wow, I'd really like to learn from you. And I said, I'm not the person for you to learn with. Let me introduce you to somebody I just met the other day. And it literally was somebody I met 2 days before through somebody else who is like a king of conversion for the internet scene. And I went and checked out this guy's work, and I connected the two of them. Now, I could have tried to convince the guy to work with me, but I'm not in his space. I'm not the person he needs. So I sent him over to somebody that can help him, okay? This is what networking is. So the more people you meet, the more you just like imagine these are all people, right? Or let me put my hand here. These are all people, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to take person number one, and maybe this person's a great match for Ken and Karina because they like napkins or something. I don't know. They need some extra napkins. I send them over to Karina because she's collecting McDonald's napkins and ketchup packets. It's an inside joke. Maybe this person over here lives in the Orlando area. They'd be a great match for Anil. They're a business person, whatever. Great match for Anil. Maybe I meet somebody that lives close to Perrysburg, Ohio, which I haven't yet, Kathy, but I'm sure there must be more.
There are a lot of people who live near me.
And maybe they have lots of grandkids. So I connect them with Kathy. See, the average person thinks, mine, I need to get you all. I need to sell you all. I need to recruit you all. And then they're kind of desperate. It's like, if I could just get one. They always say that, how do I get people? If you would loosen up and meet people and actually connect them with the proper service or the proper connection, or maybe refer them to somebody else for different things. Or if you would think about what product or service is the right thing for them, whether you make a dime or not, what starts to magically happen is you become insanely attractive. Then when you say to someone, hey, we have a new project we're working on, or there's a launch going on, or there's this, or my company came out with a new product that helps you grow an extra big toe, they instantly start going, oh, I know lots of people that need to grow an extra big toe, and they're calling people to help you. Yes, it's my old joke if you're not familiar with it. Because every product does something different, so it's just easy to talk about big toes. So that's the magic. That's how networking works. That's what networking is. And when you truly network and you expand your warm market massively, what happens is you send people out to different places and people start sending people to you. And I get referrals every day from people that send people, here's somebody who could be a great, client, or here's somebody who wants to be part of your team, or here's somebody who wants to learn online networking, or here's somebody that needs somebody to come in and do training for their whole organization. And I'm a trusted resource. And an evil, conniver too, but that's secret. We don't talk about it. I am a trusted resource. People feel comfortable coming to me, asking for help, asking me questions, asking me which way to go, and they know that I'll tell them the thing that's best for them or connect them with somebody that can help them. And when you become that person, and that's exactly what Anil did, he started creating content, reaching out, helping out people, sending out letters to his list regularly, not because he wanted to close them, but because he wanted to educate and help people. And he would put offers in there. Don't get me wrong, guys. We're not making money here. We're not signing up people. We're not closing people. I'm selling and signing up people all day long. I'm helping my team. I've been on the phone all day long, closing people for my team, closing people for my team, closing people for my team, building in depth. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to just love the world and sing Kumbaya. Well, a little bit. I like the Kumbaya. At the end of the night around the campfire, a little bit. I am here to build a huge, massive organization. But I need to be able to sort through lots of people to do that. And if I'm helping people while I'm doing it, it's just good energy. So let's take a quick look and see if anybody asked a question or comment. I know we have some great marketers on the line. I wish I could pull all you guys out, but we'll have you all another night. There's some people. Okay, what did it just do? My little Q&A box went weird. Where did it all go? Now my computer, Kathy, one of you guys look and see what it says, because right now my computer is kind of blank.
I am in the Q&A box. We have one gentleman who's having a really hard time even finding the Q&A box. If you look to the right and see, it'll say ask a question. If you type it right in there. So, there was one question.
Somebody asked, what if I'm an introvert?
That's what I was just going to say.
Oh.
Home business entrepreneur says, what if I'm an introvert?
When you're doing it online, you don't really need to see people. You don't need to walk up to people. So I can understand saying I'm not an introvert. I don't want to go prospecting at the mall. I'm an introvert. I can't go to the mall. But I don't see, using that as a reason to not meet people on the internet. You can hide. Guys, I have to admit to you, one of the reasons why I learned internet marketing, the internet marketing side of things, and internet prospecting, the reason why I learned it is because I was very afraid of cold calling, and I was very afraid of prospecting in person. True story, and still am. I hate it. Mm-hmm. I hate it. Mm-hmm. I absolutely hate it. People, I'll go out to dinner with people that are in a program with me, and they'll be like wanting to pitch the waiter and stuff like that, and I'm mortified. I know I'm not supposed to say that because, the 3-foot rule and all this other stuff. As far as I'm concerned, everybody, within a certain period of space, certain space on the internet. And then home biz entrepreneur, I think network marketing, I'm truthful, if you're going to say that you can't network, I think that it's not the right venue for you then. You really might want to look at traditional internet marketing, which is driving traffic into a site that converts, et cetera, et cetera. That does not involve, see what I'm doing, guys, right now? I'm trying to help this person because networking involves networking, so they can be tortured by something that doesn't come natural to them, or they can turn around and do something that's much more natural to them. But there's no way to build I'm just reality. There's no way to build a network marketing organization without having relationship with people. It just doesn't happen. But there are lots of ways to make lots of money through internet marketing without talking to people. Lots of ways. There's lots of ways to drive traffic, buy traffic, put people into, offers that are already converting, or create your own offers that are converting. You can create your own products or sell other people's products. There's all kinds of ways to make money. But I would say that network marketing, sorry to your upline, but network marketing may not be your best choice. So absolutely, it's my pleasure. If I can help you at all, let me know. I definitely can make some recommendations. Get back to the person that invited you here and see if they can connect you to me. And, we can tell you some reputable people out in the space that I know are good teachers for this. There's lots of them. There's lots of great ones. So, and I'm friends with many of them, one of which was on tonight. So, anybody?
Diane, there's a person online who is asking one of your favorite questions.
What's that?
Basically, are you supposed to keep your Facebook account separated from what you're doing with business and create a page, or should you use your profile? What about this business?
That's Joy, right? Hi, Joy. It was Joy who asked it. Hi, Joy. Joy, we were talking about you. Lisa and I were talking about you, just so you know. Okay, I'm going to give you my take, but it's not necessarily the take of all marketers. I'm just going to give you my vibe. I'm Diane. and my business is me, and I'm my business. My business is very much my lifestyle. My lifestyle is my business. I don't see them as two separate entities, and I don't market in a way that I don't think it's annoying, but maybe some do, and those people leave. But I'm very connected to all the people that I'm connected with on Facebook. Nobody is very offended when I put things on. I tend to use my profile much more than my page. But that's because my profile, when I joined Facebook, there were no pages. And I built that whole, grouping of people on my profile. So I find that profiles are more interactive. I enjoy them more. But I also never put my friends and family into my Facebook. I only used Facebook for business from the get-go, which is why it wasn't an issue. You can't go into groups as a page. There's all kinds of restrictions to pages, and there's all kinds of good things about pages. So I think it depends on how you start. If you started and it's all your friends from high school, I don't think that would be, the way to go, putting all your MLM stuff on there. So that's my answer. I think it just depends on your business model. I think it depends on how you structure it. And I think it depends on your relationship with the people that you're connected to on Facebook. I wasn't going to take 5,000 people and go, hey, by the way, guys, y'all have to move over here. I'm not going to talk to you here anymore. That didn't make any sense to me. But on the flip side, I'm not going to ram my business down their throat. The truth is, guys, I barely ever mention my program in public. Why? Yeah. Because I'm a trusted resource, and I don't want people to feel like they're being solicited. I want, people generally come to me when they're looking. People come to my team when they're looking, just like Anil. People contact Anil. He had it happen this week. Somebody reached out and, and so on and so forth, wanted to join the team. They did. When you really learn networking, you don't have to run around screaming, and therefore if you're not screaming, it's no big deal. No big deal. So, Joy, I think if your friends and family are on your wall, then, if they're on your profile, keep it for your friends and family. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. That's why I'm not going to say you have to do it this way or you have to do it that way. Do it the way you guys feel good. But just remember where you are. Anytime, write this down, guys. If it's annoying, don't do it. Okay? All right? If you find a certain type of marketing annoying, why would you do it? I don't know. Yeah. Call me kooky, but I think that's kind of weird. If you find it annoying, don't do it to other people. It's this crazy thing called the golden rule. If you're not bugging people, I'm looking for people that are looking for me, as my mentor said. I'm looking for people that are looking for me. If somebody's not looking for a program, I'm not shoving one down their throat. If somebody's looking for what's a good autoresponder, I'm going to tell them where's a good autoresponder. If somebody's looking for, where do I get this plugin for my WordPress blog, I'll tell them what I know. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. And when you're just helpful, like at the Home Depot, the guy with the apron, he's not shoving something down your throat. He's just saying, what do you need? Mm-hmm. My network marketing company is the one that I've selected. It's the one that I like. It's the one that I feel good about. It's the one that I feel is taking me to where my destiny is. It's different for every single one of us. And that's what's cool. Find what you love. Find the team you love. Find the leadership you love. And then stick to them like glue and hone your skills. Learn how to network. Billy, let me know who invited you to the call. Do you know? I can check the list. We can get them to get that video from last week over to you on the list building. So hopefully that has answered. You're welcome, Joy, anytime, anything I can do for you. Hopefully that's answered a lot of the questions. And if there's anything I can do for anyone, guys, I really want to, point out Anil Gunjal has just been rocking it. I know you're I want to come to the Philippines, Joy. Guys, I'm reading the chat, so it sounds like I'm stumbling. I'm reading the chat or the Q&A. I'm dying to come to the Philippines. So, we'll have to go there without a doubt. You guys have really good lechon, good pig, man. They have good lechon. They have good singers. They have good stuff over there. Good food, man. I'm all about that. Yeah, exactly, with Lisa. So if there's anything we can do for any of you guys, get back to the person that invited you and ask them, say, what are you up to? There's people on here from all different companies, so there's no one agenda here or anything else. They have good spas, massages, and food. Who wants to go to the Philippines?
I'll go.
So, Anil, I just want to congratulate you. You've been totally rocking it and using this concept and philosophy. I know it's changed your business.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
I know
you
your
so
team
much
appreciates you. Kenny V, you are a big fish in my book, my friend. Tell your wife to use some real McDonald's napkins if she's going to compare me. I'm like high test. I'm like top shelf, okay?
Okay.
That's all I have to say. And Kathy, I've been trying to get rid of you for years, but you keep coming around, so I don't know.
Ain't gonna happen, girlfriend. Ain't gonna happen.
So, wow, somebody said my training blows their mind. Next week, I'm sure we'll have some other trainers and different trainers. We're bringing up people. I'm hoping we can get Jeremy Big Chips on one night. He's got wisdom to share, man. Is that a cool guy? I loved chatting with him the other day. I know there's other people on here that we are going to bring out. You guys are probably tired of me by now, but I just wanted to get down some fundamental ideas and concepts for you guys, because this is network marketing, okay? This is an internet market. By the way, should you learn internet marketing if you're a network marketer? You should, once you got a good check. Okay, let me say that again. Should you learn some cool internet marketing stuff? Absolutely, 100%. I learned it. But if you don't have a check in an organization and you're trying to build an internet marketing group, you guys got to settle down and learn the fundamentals. You can't go to graduate classes when you haven't completed freshman, okay? Right. If you don't have a couple $1,000 check, you really need to settle down. You need to learn how to build your list the manual way. I know that's boring, but that list is going to be more responsive. You need to learn how to network the manual way. As you get more skilled, you can learn how to be a great copywriter and communicate with people in a way that you can talk to 10,000 and they think that you're talking to just them. It took me years to hone that skill. You can do all kinds of things. You can do a video where everybody thinks you're only talking to them, but 10,000 people saw it. All this good stuff can and will come, but it starts with getting that nice check. Build that solid, stable income, learning how to be in profit, learning how to build residual income. Guys, I don't care if you're residual income, and I'll close with this because we got another webinar to go to. There's a big difference between making $10,000 a month and $10,000 in residual income a month. Two different animals. Okay, it's easy to make $10,000 a month. I know some of you might not believe me, but it is. It's easy to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. It's very challenging to make $10,000 residual a month. So when I tell you to start with learning how to make $25 residual means you're being paid today for work you did in the past. Had a discussion this morning. We were talking about money. I still get paid from the network marketing company I joined 14 years ago that I haven't touched in 7, 8 years. And I still get paid. That's what residual income is. And no, I'm not getting $1 million from that anymore. But it keeps coming, guys. So what happens when you put, and I didn't know what I was doing back then. So what happens when you put your nose to the grindstone and you truly learn to be a professional networker and you build that residual income? And then once you get that $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 going, once you have that full-time income, okay, you need to get to about $50,000, $60,000. Okay, depending. Some of you guys need to get to a lot more depending on your job. So the average person, $50,000, $60,000 because they got to cover expenses and they got to cover, benefits and stuff. Then you can get fancy. But until then, learn these skills. So that's it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anil, Kathy, Kenny, you guys rock the Casbah. I will see some of you guys in 20 minutes, closing out the week. For the rest of you guys, we'll be back next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, with a new online networking training. And this is the Online Networkers Paradise for network marketers, something special just for you guys. Everybody have a great night. We will see you later. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good night.